Hello, and welcome to Sakanya the podcast where we take a walk, have a chat, and discover the stories behind the people shaping our communities. I'm Sakanya, and today I'm absolutely delighted to be joined by Karen G, founder of Cycle Sprog and self-proclaimed accidental entrepreneur. Now, Karen has what she calls a double life. She's a corporate project manager working on major insurance industry projects, and she runs Cycle Sprog, a family cycling website that's been helping parents navigate the world of cycling with kids for over 14 years. Karen never set out to build a business. It all started with a pair of missing gloves and a frustrated search on a breakfast bar that set the wheels in motion. Which is what I love about this conversation. It's so relatable, and it's a testament to the fact that our best ideas are born from our own experiences. We're recording this while walking through Serpentine Wood just outside Kendal in the Lake District on what turned out to be an unexpectedly warm September day, so you'll hear me getting a bit puffed as we climb. A few gates creaking, maybe some golfers in the distance, and definitely giggles along the way. In this episode, we talk about everything from accidentally designing databases to battling long COVID, from the perils of buying toy bikes to the importance of finding your niche. Karen shares incredible honest advice about entrepreneurship, the power of accountability, and why you absolutely shouldn't compare yourself to those perfect Instagram families. Before we get stuck in, if you're enjoying these walking conversations and the stories we're uncovering, I'd be so grateful if you could take a moment to leave a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever it is you're listening. Your reviews genuinely help other people discover the show, and they make my day when I read them. And if you know someone who'd love this episode, maybe a parent looking to get their kids into cycling, an aspiring entrepreneur, or someone who just enjoys a good chat while walking, please share it with them. Hit the share button and send it their way. Right then, let's get walking. This is my conversation with the brilliant Karen G. Hi Karen.
Hiya.
How are you?
I'm really good, thank you.
Good. How's your day been?
A little bit fraught. I lost my phone.
Yeah.
So I was worried we wouldn't be able to meet each other. It was under the bed. It was under the bed.
Yeah. I'm pleased you found it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, it's one of those things, isn't it? Like you were saying before, you might have found it in the fridge.
Yes.
You just don't know what you do with it.
Yeah. So I knew it was in the house because
Yeah.
I'd put an alarm for myself on it at 9:30 this morning.
Oh, okay.
And then I just couldn't find it anywhere. And I was like, oh no, what's on your phone's been? She's stuck in traffic. You were.
And I was. Yeah.
She's going to think I'm ghosting her, but yeah, it was under the bed.
Oh, well, we've all had days like
Yeah.
that, Karen. My goodness, I feel like I'm running backwards today.
Yeah.
I've started at the end of my day working, catching up.
Well, hopefully this walk will calm us both down.
Yeah, I think we need it, don't we?
Yeah.
It's quite nice that we've got it at this point in the day to regulate our
Yeah.
systems and get a break
Just
from the desk.
Just after lunch, it's a good time to go for a walk, I think. Yeah.
And this is beautiful, Karen.
Yeah, this is my local fell, so I like to come up here. I usually come a couple of times a week.
It's
and
absolutely
it just clears,
stunning.
clears my mind.
Yeah, and on a day like today, it's so stunning.
Yeah. And there's lots of different routes you can do. So I've got like a 40-minute one.
Okay.
That if I'm in a sort of a bit of a rush, probably if I was fitter, I'd get it down to 30 minutes, but it's not quite there.
Yeah.
But then you can walk for anything up to about 4 or 5 hours if you've got all day,
Yeah.
and you can just keep heading on to the next fells.
So
and...
it's Serpentine Wood, isn't it?
Yes, just outside Kendal.
And so you can walk to Windermere from here, can't you?
You could do.
Yeah.
I've never done that. I'm not sure how long that would take me. Have you done it?
No, but I've
Yeah.
heard. It must
Yeah.
be, what, 10, 12 miles?
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
a big one, wouldn't it? Yes. Yeah. And then you've got to get back.
And then,
So,
you get the bus back.
So maybe I'll do that one day.
Yeah. I mean, thankfully, it's still capped at £3 now.
Oh, right, yes. Yeah, that makes it better,
Well
doesn't
worth
it? Much
it.
cheaper than the train.
Oh, yeah. And
Yeah.
at least you've got one of two options then.
Yeah.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, you could get the train back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me about you, Karen.
I've got kind of two. I always say I live a double life, so I've kind of got two aspects to my business.
Okay.
And one aspect is I run Cycle Sprog, which is a family cycling website.
Yeah.
And then the other aspect is I'm a project manager.
Oh, okay.
In sort of the corporate world.
Yeah.
And that started first.
Yeah.
So
was that from university?
No.
Okay.
So at university I studied geography.
Okay. Interesting.
In Manchester. And then my first job was actually geography related.
Okay.
And I worked at the Royal Geographical Society in London.
Fancy.
Yes. It was many moons ago.
Yeah.
Many moons ago. And
what did you do for them?
I was the assistant to the keeper of the collections.
Ooh,
which sounds very fancy.
Fancier
what
and
it
fancier.
basically means, looking at it back now,
Yeah.
is basically they had a little museum collection of basically artifacts of kind of real colonial explorers and things that they stole.
Yeah.
So now I'm looking back on it, I'm like, maybe that wasn't such a good role. But I used to kind of look after that.
Yeah.
Arrange little exhibitions, arrange things to be sent out on loan. And then I acted more as just like a PA to the guy who was head of information resources.
Yeah.
And it's a really old building on Kensington Gore in London next to the Royal Albert Hall.
Yeah.
So it was a an interesting start to my career. It was nice and what was I going to say? Lowly paid, I think.
Yeah.
In the centre of London, so I couldn't do it for too long before it was like,
I see.
This isn't really a long term. It's not going to work long term.
Yeah.
But it was a good entry step after a geography degree. Yeah. And then I did some fundraising for charity.
Oh, okay.
And in both of those roles, actually, what happened when I was working at the Royal Geographical Society, digitisation was just coming in.
Oh, okay.
And they got this guy in to help design, do it. And he asked me to think about something overnight as to how I would categorise the collection that we had. Yeah. So I went away and came back the next day, and he went, "Oh my goodness," he said, "have you got a background in IT?" And I was like, "No." He said, "Well, you just designed a relational database for me." And I was like, "What's a relational database?"
Oh, wow. So you just did it on instinct.
Yeah, so I've obviously got some sort of geeky thing in my brain. And then when I went to my next role, they decided that they wanted to put in a database to manage the fundraising side of things. Yeah. And I got involved in selecting the supplier, and then I got asked to go onto their user group, and I went to their conference and everything, and I was like, do you know what? I think I might be a techie geek. Yeah.
And you're obviously enjoying it.
So by then I was like mid-20s, but I decided to apply for a graduate role in IT.
Wow.
So I got a role, and I started working for an insurance company. And that sort of was the kick-starting of my sort of more formal corporate career. Yeah. And I just used to code big old mainframes.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Karen, stop it. It's so funny how many people I meet who do have, as you said, a double life. Yeah. You've got like your sort of geeky side, and then your passion project side.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
It's really cool. I love it.
Yeah, so I did that for a number of years, and then all of that sort of work, the work I was doing got offshored. Okay. When the whole business model was like, oh, we don't do anything in the UK anymore. So I moved over into doing project management.
Oh, okay. How did you find that transition?
I think it was quite. It was okay.
You're not hands-on anymore.
No, but I like that's the other side of me. I do like organising the project. Yeah. And it turned out I was probably better at that. Yeah. Than the coding. Okay. I was probably a semi-techie rather than a real techie. Yeah. And I just what happened then? I had a really good gig. I got to go to Madrid for 9 months and work over there. And
that's cool.
Yeah, but I got outsourced to one of the big consulting firms. And they sent me on a leadership course. And they actually, it was really funny, there was this moment at it where it was like a lightning bulb moment, and the guy said to me, you know what your problem is you didn't apply to this organisation. You don't fit in.
Right.
We've run the personality tests on you, and you don't really fit in, and you're not really going to go anywhere in this organisation.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
You know, you wouldn't have been recruited had you been the sort of, you know,
if
applying.
If
you
follow the traditional path.
So you're not going to go anywhere sort of more senior in this organisation.
Yeah.
So I was then given the opportunity for voluntary redundancy, which I put in for. It was all a bit high risk. I was pregnant with my second child by that point.
Yeah.
And but my idea was to go and do some sort of 6 months on, 6 months off consulting. As a project manager. And that sort of I got the redundancy, then had some time off to bring up my little boy. And then when I went back, I put my LinkedIn profile, you know, looking for work. And the company that I'd originally been recruited into got in touch and said, oh, can you start on Monday?
Stop it.
So so I went back. So I went back, and then I was working on a freelance basis, just on and off with them. And I just started managing bigger and bigger and bigger projects.
Oh, cool. I'm just going to pause you there for a second to say your laces are undone.
Oh, yeah.
On the other side.
On the other one, brilliant. Let me just do that up. Thank you. And then, so I just started working. So I'd work about, you know, do say a 9-month a year project. You work in projects, don't you? And as you know what it's like, you know, you do one and then it's like, what am I doing next? So
peaks and troughs, isn't it?
Yeah. So so I love that side of my life. And sort of ended up managing some really big critical projects, lots of regulatory sort of based projects in the insurance industry. And so that's the corporate side of my life. That's how I got there.
So you're still doing that now?
Yes.
Amazing.
So
then how did you get into Cycle Sprog, and where did the name come from?
That was when I'd had my 2 children. And I'd always cycled. So I've always been a cyclist, and it's how I got around. And before we had the kids, my husband and I used to do it at the weekends, go off mountain biking. And it was just, you know, a big part of my life. And then when I had my babies, when I had my first one, I didn't know that you could cycle with a baby.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know at all. So I just carried on cycling for me. So it was
so it was like a individual activity.
And I'd leave the baby at home with my husband.
Oh, so you were taking it in turns.
And I would go off and ride my bike. But we couldn't ride together, obviously. And I even started doing triathlons as a way of kind of, I think, proving that I still had something that was me rather than being a mummy. Oh, this is a bit overgrown, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
You're all right.
It's beautiful, though.
So so I was just happily sort of cycling myself. And then one day, one of my friends, who was someone I did triathlons with, and who had a daughter of exactly the same age, she kind of turned up at my door one day when the kids were about a year old, and she had her daughter in a rear bike seat on the bike. And she was like, "Look what I've got!" Oh wow! And that was another one of those moments, you know. Pew!
Isn't that really interesting? You kind of. What I'm interested in is that you've been cycling like your whole life, and you hadn't seen people with that.
Well, we're talking. My eldest is 19 now.
Oh, okay.
So it was a long time ago, and people weren't. That was the thing. They just weren't. No, or not. You know, not visibly where I was. So
your eldest is 19.
Yes.
Goodness me, Karen.
I know.
You don't look like you have a 19.
You've not seen my grey hair.
That's crazy.
Yes. Yeah. We went to university on Sunday.
Wow.
So I cycled all the time. You know, with him, and then I got pregnant again. So then I stopped, and then I was like, oh right, I'm sure there must be a way of cycling with 2 children.
Right.
So then we discovered that there were trailers, and you could put 2 children in.
Got
my water. And then we just carried on. You know, every time you just sort something out, they grow. So we kind of worked our way through various contraptions, but it was always really hard because we were like, me and my friend were really the only families we knew who were doing it.
Right.
We're talking back, you know, sort of 16, 17, 18 years ago. There was nothing around. There was no information. The internet was still, I mean, the internet was obviously there, but there wasn't the same number of websites and online magazines and all this sort of stuff that there was. And then it got to the point where sort of 14 years ago it was.
Yeah.
It was just around about this time of the year, maybe a couple of months later, and I was trying to find a pair of gloves for my youngest.
Oh, okay.
Because we were commuting him to preschool.
Yeah.
And he was sitting in a front bike seat and he had his hands on the handlebars.
Oh, okay.
And they were getting perishingly cold in the morning.
Yeah.
You can imagine, you know, maybe.
And he's tiny.
His tiny little hands.
Yeah.
So I was trying to find a little pair of waterproof cycling type gloves for him.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find any, you know. And I can remember the moment I was standing there. Because we had like a breakfast bar thing, and PC was on the breakfast bar.
Okay.
I can remember I turned to my husband and I said, "Oh God, there needs to be a website for busy parents like me that just tells you where to go to get all this stuff. Because I'm really fed up with this. You know, it's every time they grow, I've got to go through it all again. Yeah. And I don't know what I need. Yeah. So he said to me, "Well, why don't you set one up?" Yeah. And I was like red rag to a bull. Yeah. You know, I was like, because I'm working. Yeah. I've got 2 children. I'm under the age of about 4.
Oh, I see. I thought you were going to say the opposite.
No. I was like, I don't know anything about this. Yeah. You know, what a really stupid thing to say, you know. I've got enough on my plate. Yeah.
How funny.
I do not want to be setting up a website. Yeah. So that was the conversation, you know. That was the conversation at the time. Yeah. But then, you know, like when something goes in your head and then
you've got
like a worm in there and it doesn't go. And it was like, ooh, okay, it doesn't exist. Maybe it should do, because I now know, because I've been doing it for a couple of years by then. Yeah. I've kind of got all this stuff in my head. Yeah. A parent who's a few years behind me would really benefit from. Yeah. So I just started blogging, really. Right. This was back sort of 14 odd years ago now.
And was that like a weekly blog, or?
It was whenever I could get the time, really. Yeah. But I just started. There was no Instagram back then or anything like that. People would probably do it differently now. Yeah.
But did you as your project manager? Oh, look at this! We're at the golf course.
We're at the golf course. Yeah.
It's so pretty.
Doesn't look like there's anybody going to hit us on the head.
No.
With the golf ball at the moment.
No, I remember doing this walk a lot actually when I lived up here.
Yeah,
it's just so beautiful. Yeah, and seeing the golfers in the morning.
I think you've got to be really fit to play golf here, though, because some of these tees are really steep.
They are. It's just stunning.
We're
so lucky.
I know. We've got
I fancy doing this multiple times a week.
So lucky. Yeah. So lucky.
Luck and choice.
Yes, absolutely. We decided to.
So with your project management background, were you tempted to sort of draw up a plan and a roadmap?
I did.
Yeah, I love it.
So I decided before we went live. So I sort of started this website, but I was actually determined it wasn't just going to be like about me. It wasn't just going to be my. So I say it was a blog. It was probably more. I went into it with the. I want it to be a proper website.
Okay.
So we sketched out what we wanted to do and how we were going to lay it out. Yeah. But a lot of it was me writing about our personal experiences. Okay. But then supporting it with guides to say, okay, for this age, this is what you can have. Yeah. And it was all quite easy back then because there wasn't very much at all. So the choice was like, you can have A or B. Yeah. And that's it. Yeah. So I started to, and then we published it in May 2012.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was when we first went live.
That's when I was in Kendal.
Yes. Yeah. I wasn't. We lived in Chester at the time.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think to begin with, my mum was the only person who was reading it.
Oh, really?
So I was just writing stuff, and then I started to get like a few emails coming through, people asking questions, right. And then we set up a Facebook account, and people started to like our posts and everything. And I was like, oh, this is people are liking this. So I just. Every time the boys grew and I discovered something else, I just would write about it. Yeah. So it was just sort of this ad hoc thing that was growing. And
it's
then,
also quite a nice sort of history of your children's journey.
Yes, yeah. And, our successes and our failures. Yeah. And then brands started to get in touch with me and go, we've seen your website. It's really nice. Would you mind if we sent you a whatever? Yeah. And then you could review it for us. And
amazing.
So it's kind of probably a very early influencer,
Yeah.
You're like started to do that.
Yeah, OG content.
I am, creator. Yeah. And so I started to do that, and that was okay. Yeah. But I did actually realise soon I didn't want to be an influencer.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to be posting about things all the time, and it got quite stressful because it was like, right, we need to go on a bike ride.
Oh, to record the content.
To record the content and all that sort of stuff. And I mean, I love going on bike rides with my kids. It's absolutely amazing.
But not to keep pausing
but to keep having to do it, and almost when it's like you've got to do it, like we've got to go today. When sometimes it might be like today's just not the day for it to work. So and the other problem was I started to get very constrained because my boys are always of a certain age.
Yeah.
And I've got 2 boys, so I didn't want.
Of course,
I didn't want the website to just be
about boys,
two white boys of a certain, the age that they're at the moment. I wanted to have, kids of every age and every, type of riding as well. Because we did mountain biking as well. Not everybody does mountain biking, so it's like, right, how do I find someone who might do a different type of riding in a different location? We live in Kendal, so I'm never going to get a city.
Yes,
or
so you need a network then.
Started to need a network, so I started to just tap into my friends.
God love our friends.
Yes,
hey?
They are so patient.
They're so patient with us.
So there was a phase where all my cycling friends got bikes for their kids and stuff, and then something called affiliate marketing came along.
Okay.
So which happened at just the right time, which then meant that we could get a commission if somebody bought a link.
Yeah.
So suddenly it's like I could monetize this.
Yeah, amazing.
It's a bit of a business.
Yeah.
So I was doing all of this on the side of the desk, working 4 days a week. I always worked 4 days a week once I became a mum. Working 4 days a week and then doing this Christmas holidays, summer holidays, and in the weekends and evenings and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point where just suddenly, when you go, why am I doing this all this time?
Yeah.
It's taking up all my time. And I'm making a bit of money from this. I can start to recalibrate. Yeah. So I went down to 3 days a week in my project management work.
Oh, amazing. Yeah.
And you can be super efficient as a project manager.
I was just going to say, everyone's dressed for summer, and I'm dressed
just in woolly leggings. And
I'm so hot right now and jealous of the summer-looking attire.
I mean, I don't blame you. It is the end of September we're recording this. And it has been really cold.
And my house was freezing, to be fair.
Suddenly the sun decided to come out just for today.
It's a good note to everyone. Yeah, well, yes. But it's a good note to everyone. If you're working from home, make sure you step outside and see what's happening. But anyway, sorry, I broke your flow.
I might have to take my shirt off.
Oh, yeah, all right. Don't show off. I have nothing left to take. I'm on fire. But I'm not going to moan too much because we get this beautiful day. Look at these views of the mountains. Wowzers. Sorry, I broke your flow.
Well, we have a decision here, actually.
Oh, okay.
We can go down and round and back.
Okay.
Or we can go up to the top and then back down.
I don't mind. I'm not time constrained today.
Do you want to go to the top?
Yeah. Okay, let's do that.
We get a really lovely view.
Karen time.
We get a lovely view from the top as well.
I feel like you owe me at least 2 years, so I'm cashing it in now. And I promise I will not moan.
Or we can go round if you're...
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. That sounds ace.
If you want some water, I've got some.
Oh, thank you. You're a star. Well, I did have this comment. When I bought these fleecy legging things, I had this conversation. It was when I was in America 2 weeks ago. And my friend I was with did say, now you're going to go home and want to wear them because you're going to feel cozy. And then you're going to be really hot. Yeah. So I can tell her she was right.
Yeah. And where were you in America? Was it cold? Or?
No, it was hot.
Oh, right. Yeah, you just bought a fleecy wedding.
Yeah, I was planning ahead.
Leggings. Yeah.
I was planning ahead for storm season.
Yeah.
Because I quite like a fleecy legging on the sofa while I'm Netflixing.
Yeah. But maybe not on a
Maybe not today. Yeah. But anyway, it's not about me.
Are you sure you're okay?
I'm fine. No, I'm fine. Yeah. I'm fine. Yes, I'm not moaning.
The sun's gone behind a cloud.
This is me not moaning. This is me on a good day not moaning.
Is it? Yeah.
So I totally broke your flow about 4 minutes ago.
Yeah. Where were we? What were we talking about?
Project management.
Oh yes, so I went down to 3 days a week.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. And then when my projects were finished, I was kind of going from one project to another, you know, sort of straight away. And then I was like, oh no, I'm going to take a break. So I saved up really hard, lived really frugally, and it's like, right, I'm going to take at least 6 months to try and take Cycle Sprog to the next stage.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And each time I did that, so I did a project and then I'd take a break, and then I would grow it some way. So you know Penny, don't you?
I do know Penny.
Yeah.
Penny of Pink Spaghetti.
Yes.
Virtual assistants.
So Penny's my virtual assistant as well. So she was like one of my first 6 month, 9 month projects. It's like, right, bring someone in who can actually help me. Because it's like, oh, I'm starting to run a little mini business here. Yeah. And you get to the point where you're just literally like a hamster on a wheel. Yeah. And it's like, oh, I'm just doing stuff just to keep things, you know, going nowhere really. Yeah. So Penny came in and she started doing stuff for me, and then
we just have a shout out for how amazing Penny
is. Absolutely amazing.
She's phenomenal, and she actually said to me, I think you should talk to Karen from Cycle Sprog for your podcast.
Have you talked to her yet though?
I haven't. That's a really good shout.
Yeah. She's very good at putting other people forward, isn't she?
How did I not even think of it? Okay, she's on my list.
Yes, she needs to be on your list.
Season 3 is going to be like 20 episodes long. It's supposed to be 10. But it's all good. So sorry, go on.
So over the years I've just built up a team really of people so that it's not reliant on me.
So when you say team, are you employing people?
I am, yes.
Okay,
so what happened during COVID?
Yeah.
I unfortunately got COVID really early, as did my whole family, and we didn't get better. I ended up with long COVID.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And I mean, it's one of those things, isn't it? But suddenly, I couldn't even get out of bed some days. You know, it was just, you know, and I certainly couldn't concentrate and couldn't work, and that really made me realise I do need to future-proof this. Yeah. And then also, I've kind of been on this entrepreneurial journey that, you know, you start out doing absolutely every job in your business, and then if it's going to grow and be of any use really, and have any sort of sustainability, you've got to let go of things, and you've got to bring in experts. So I kind of then went on that journey of actually bringing people in, and Ewan, who you've had on the thing, he was one of
season one.
He was one of my freelancers. So I started off on a freelancer model of bringing. He came in. And his kids were just the right age to review bikes, so it worked really well. So he came in on a freelance basis. Yeah. But then he got other opportunities, so I had to go off and do other things. Yeah. And then over time, it's like, oh, if you've got freelancers, they've always got hundreds of things on, and they're never entirely focused on your work. Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, some of them it depends, but I wasn't able to give them. I wasn't able to give them the full-time hours they needed at that point. Yeah. So I had all these different freelancers, and then I was like, actually, let's reassess. Can I bring in somebody to work? Can I afford to bring in somebody to work part-time? Yeah. But as the sole job for them. Yeah. So Saskia was my first hire.
Oh, cool.
And then I brought on board, she worked with me for a year. Yeah. And then she went and got herself elected as a Green Party councillor. Oh, okay. So that ended up being, once you do that, you have like a stipend or whatever they call it, stipend, and she had to go off and work for them for however many hours a week. So then it was like, right, let's bring in some more people. Oh, okay. So I brought in Mildred and Emily, and I had to learn to delegate, and
it's a different thing, isn't it?
So yes, but
considering your project management background, though,
well, I'm a project manager, not a
business owner.
Yeah. I mean, and you learn. I mean, I am a business owner, aren't I? Yeah, but I'd never had to manage, my own team, as it were. Yeah, so that's long term. Yeah. So it's a different mindset, learning curve. Yeah. And you learn, and I had a lot of mentoring.
Didn't put you off.
No. Yeah. And what's really nice now, you see, is this is where I wanted to get to. Yeah. Is the business runs without me now. Yeah. So my last project, I went and did. Yeah. It's like, well, I just checked in with them like a couple of times.
Oh, amazing.
We had a weekly team meeting, and then I checked in with them on things. But we've got to the point now where they know what they're doing. Yeah. They do it, and I'm not surplus to requirements, but I've been able to take myself out of the business, which was what I'd wanted to do. Yeah. So it was like a 5-year journey, really, from, COVID was the start of 2020, wasn't it? Through to sort of start of this year, where I was able to
that's amazing.
Do that. So, so it's been so like I say, it's a totally weird double life. Sometimes I'm sitting in a boardroom talking about insurance with senior insurance execs.
Yeah.
And then another time I'm talking to a parent about a balance bike or something like that. And it's just like, which world am I in at the moment?
Yeah, I love
which
that.
hat have I got on today?
Yeah, that's ace.
So-
And do you feel that gives you the balance that you need personally in your life? Because it kind of stemmed from this thing doesn't exist, I'm going to make it.
Yes.
And now it's a whole enterprise in its own right.
Yes, yeah. And you get, I never get fed up now of ever, and I don't think I ever will, of parents contacting me and going, oh, I've discovered this website and we've done this and we bought that and we took your advice, we didn't know where we were going with our sort of cycling journey, and now we've done this, that and the other.
Yeah.
Or the big bee I've got in my bonnet is there's a lot of kids' bikes out there that are really rubbish.
Really?
And they're kind of built as toys.
Right.
And they're really heavy and they're really badly made.
So they're not safe
and they're not really, they're not safe.
Yeah.
Some of them are not safe, but some of them are just not enjoyable. Like if a bike is so heavy that a little 4-year-old can't pick it up, they're not going to have much fun riding it. So we kind of advise parents around this, and they go, oh, I thought my kid hated riding their bike, but actually when I got them a lightweight one, they love it. And thank you so much.
Oh, isn't that interesting? Because it's quite a good life skill, isn't it, to ride a bike? And if something like that is going to put a child off, that's quite significant.
And especially at the moment with environmental concerns, so riding a bike, if you can cycle to school or cycle, replace some of the everyday journeys with bikes, and that's becoming really popular in some of the cities that have got really good infrastructure coming in through. People are replacing a car with a bikes or cargo bikes and things like that. So I've kind of sort of accidentally gone ahead and built this.
That's amazing.
This business, and we do a lot of we try and do a lot of inspirational articles, showing people things that they can do, holidays they could go on, or things they could do with different aspects of cycling. And then we also try and provide the practical advice around, your child's this age, what do you need, what do you do, and then we try and review the products as well to say, are they any good? So that people know that they're buying something that's decent.
That sounds great.
So that's a very long-winded way of saying how I got to where I am and what I do. And
so that's question one. I'm kidding.
Hopefully that's questions 1 to something.
It's just a conversation. I have no preset questions or scripts, so don't worry. So if you were to advise someone else who is starting on this sort of journey, what would you say? Big broad question.
That is a really broad question. I would say
there's so many, because let me just add to that, because there's so many things that can put you off, and it's scary. And actually the way you started was to address the immediate thing. Yes.
I think you just have to do it. And I think one of the good things, and I can't remember where I read this, but is tell everybody you're going to do it.
Right.
Because if you tell everybody you're going to do something, I don't know whether you did this with a podcast, but I'm going to do a podcast, and then when somebody sees you next time, they go, how's the podcast going? You kind of
feel
feel
accountable.
Oh, So I told people I was doing it.
Good for you. Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
Before we published it. So then it's like, I
better do it now.
I'm going to look really stupid. So I think there's that side of it. And then there's been times as well where it just hasn't suited me. So I got a job. I had to go to Dublin for 9 months. And work on a really, really stressful project. So I was away from my children 4 days a week with my husband. And then
that's tough.
It was tough. I was working, when I was out in Dublin, I was working ridiculous hours. And it's just like, I just haven't got time. So I didn't do anything on Cycle Sprog for 9 months. And, it was just a conscious decision, not doing anything. And then the funny thing was, when I came back, I looked at the visitor numbers on the website, and more people have been coming to us and using us and finding. So that was the point as well, where I went, actually, this is useful. People are finding this. So it's almost being kind to yourself, and not, if you don't try and do everything. And there's times in your life where you have to prioritise. But
that's a really good message, really strong.
And then I think you also have to find out what is it, what is your niche, and what works, what works for you. So So like in terms of this podcast, you're really, really clear what your podcast is, you know, and, you know, you're not going to go off and suddenly do a podcast about, I don't know,
cooking.
Yeah, cooking or cats or, you know, whatever. It's, you know, very, very focused. And that's why you're able to build your brand and your fan base, because if people don't want to hear people walking up a fell in the Lake District, you know, talking about their businesses, you're not going to listen to your podcast, are you? And that's fine.
Exactly.
And I think to begin with, I wasn't sure, but I was kind of like, what are we trying to cover? So, you know, are we trying to do all cycling? Are we trying to do cycling just with babies? Or are we doing, you know, and it's taken us a while to try and sort of go, right, okay, this is the bits we do. Yeah. And then somebody else will fill another niche. But you can't, there's nothing stopping you working in partnership with people. Yeah. So it's like, if somebody's doing something really good over here and there's an overlap, you can work with them. Yeah. But you don't have to fill every, you know, try and be all things to all people, as it were. Yeah. And I think the more we've learnt that, or just across social platforms, you know, we were talking earlier, you're not doing a video. Yes. Sort of podcast. You're not doing a visualized podcast or whatever it's called. Yeah. And that's great, you know. Yeah, decision made. Yeah, don't worry about it. Whereas if you suddenly start going, oh, maybe I should do visualized podcast. Maybe I should do. It really distracts you, doesn't it? Or maybe I should do you know, maybe I should live stream it, or you know, whatever. It's like, if that's not what you want to do, don't do it. Because I think there's now so many platforms. You, unless you're a multinational corporation, you can't be good across everything. Yeah. So no, that's a really good point. Yeah. I think having a very clear vision of what it is you're doing, and sometimes with these sort of enterprises, it's evolving all the time. Yes. So, you know, the way you started back in your blog compared to where you are now. Oh, very different. Yeah. You wouldn't recognise it, would you? And no, and I also thought I was just going to be writing about you know, pulling and carrying my kids. Yes. I didn't realise that once they started pedalling, it got even more complicated. Yeah. So I just kept on going, really. Yeah. And, you know, where do you stop? You know, there's a point where you go, right, okay, this is probably the cut-off. Right. You know, you're not spreading yourself too thinly, but... So what is your cut-off? Well, I'm not sure, because we have gone up to sort of 26-inch wheel bikes for kids, sort of that level. So that's sort of 10, 11, 12-year-olds. Yeah. And we've got like 1 or 2 articles on teenagers, but nothing much. But I took my son to university for the first time on Sunday and dropped him off. Yeah. So yesterday I was writing a newsletter about the experience. Oh, yeah. And I very rarely write the newsletters anymore because my team write them. Yeah. But I was writing this. They asked me to do something about it. And I was like, oh, these are all the things I've been learning in the past 1 year while he's been on a gap year. Yeah. And these are all the questions I've had while I was, you know, parenting a late teen. Yeah. So I've actually asked my audience and said, you know, what do you want to know about cycling with your teenagers? And, you know, and also, does anybody know the answer to this? You know, because I don't know the answer because I haven't lived it. So I think what probably happened was I was living that stage. Yeah. You've kind of got to live it. Yes. And then report back on it. So I think I was probably just too deep in it. Yeah. So now I'll have to make a business decision of actually, is there a need for it? Right. Is there a market? Do I want to do it? Will it spread us too thinly? Right. Will it, you know, or will it be a new great resource for people? Will you distract from like the good stuff you've got already? Absolutely. Yeah. So I mean, when's this going to go out? Is it going to be next year? Yeah, it'll probably be next year. Yeah. 26. So maybe by then I may have done something on teenagers on the website, or I may not have done. So we will find you will find out. Yeah. Or I might do it in get round to doing it in 2 or 3 years' time. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? But I've now got that lived experience that I can then call on to. And that's important as well, isn't it? Because it's important in your business for it to be relevant to you, to make it authentic and have integrity and connection to your brand. That is really important for me. Yeah. It's not for everybody. Yeah. And some people will just go, there's a marketing opportunity here. Okay. You know, I think I could make a quick buck. Oh, okay. Yeah. But is that sustainable long term? Yeah. I don't know. I always remember somebody came to me for some business advice, and they wanted to set up there were 2 of them, and they wanted to set up a website about removing tattoos. Oh, okay. And they two blokes.
Uh-huh.
And they wanted to know how I was monetising Cycle Sprog.
Oh, okay.
Because they wanted to monetise. And they decided that they could make this money. So by selling tattoo removal creams or something, I think it was. I don't know.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
Anyway, so I was like, oh, okay, that's an interesting sort of idea. So, how many tattoos have you got? And I was expecting them to be like two blokes were completely covered in tattoos. Yeah. Between them, they had one tiny tattoo.
Oh, really?
So I'm like, and not because they'd removed all the others. Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. But they were like, oh, we're going to make loads of money from this. And then they said, I said, oh, right, okay, so, who's your target market? And they went, women. And I went, oh, right, okay. So you're two blokes.
That's really interesting.
So I said, well, what sort of woman?
Yeah.
And they went, well, what do you mean what sort of women? Just women. And I was like, well, are you talking about women who are massively into tattoos and are covered from head to toe in tattoos and, need to get one got rid of because it was not right? Or are you talking about, like, I don't know, executive women who've got one tiny tattoo that they need to get rid of? Yeah. Because it's, or are you talking about young women? Are you talking about old women? Yeah. But they were, oh, no, just women. Yeah. So I was like, oh, I'm not sure this is going to work. But anyway, they set it up. Yeah. And sure enough, I don't think it lasted 6 months. Oh, okay. Because there's no authenticity. They didn't understand what
the market.
What their avatar wanted, as it were. Yeah. Who is your ideal customer? Yeah. And how do you speak to them? Yeah.
And that is like the first thing, isn't it? Who are you targeting?
Yeah.
So with your business, you were your ideal customer.
Yeah, and that's usually how businesses start, isn't it? There's a podcast, was it like, oh, this is a podcast I'd like to listen to? Yeah. And then you make it. Yeah.
Because I just thought, I just found a lot of podcasts where it's all sitting down and talking. Some of them are great. A lot of them I lose interest in.
Yes.
And I thought, well, I'll just do one for myself.
I think there's not many that go out and about, is there, that do walks like this. I think Claire Balding's ramblings I like listening to. Yeah. But she hasn't done that. I don't think she's done that for a while. Yeah. But it's so much more interesting, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of fun as well. It's fun to do it. And to be immersed in nature. Yeah. And also good synergy with your business, because yours is about encouraging people to go out.
Absolutely.
And enjoy their bikes and be outside as a family.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's so important. We don't do that enough.
Absolutely not.
And we're too tied to screens. And another reason why I didn't want it to be a video format, because I don't want to be out doing the walking for someone to sit at a laptop and watch it.
Far better they put the podcast on and come for a walk up the Fell, do whatever, just go out and walk around their streets even. Exactly. You don't have to be in the countryside, do you? You just need to get outside and...
Yeah, or explore one of the walks that we've done.
Yes. Do you put the GPS on for people?
I don't, but I am thinking about doing a little brochure per season.
Oh, with all the different routes in.
That
would be good.
Yeah.
I think that would be a really nice idea.
Yeah.
So we're at the top now, and it's actually quite breezy, and I'm wishing I had slightly thicker leggings on.
Oh, well, thanks for saying that, because I'm still on fire. I'm going to get a picture of you with the kid.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. Should we get a selfie?
And we can see the sea.
Oh, yeah, of course we can. Oh, it's beautiful. It's just stunning.
It's absolutely lovely, isn't it?
And just
you live over there somewhere.
I do.
On the other side of that hill, yeah.
So we talked about what you would advise someone starting out. Mm-hmm. And I think that was great advice on the basis that you have to start somewhere, don't you? Mm-hmm. And perfection isn't the answer. Mm-hmm. You just need to get yourself out there and keep learning as you go, because you didn't sort of suddenly emerge from writing a blog to knowing how to run a business.
Oh gosh,
with
no.
employees.
And I think that's the point where I was kind of like, actually, I could have just carried on just blogging about what I was doing, not monetizing it at all. Yeah. Do it for a couple of years and shut it down. Yeah. But the transition to suddenly realizing you're a small business owner. Yeah. And then everything that involves. Yeah. Has been. I'd say it's been a great adventure. Yeah. I've really enjoyed it. Yeah. But yeah, it's been challenging at times. Yeah.
Was there any time that you thought, I'm going to stop, can't do this anymore?
The only time where I really, really thought that was when I had long COVID. Okay. And the first sort of 6 months, I caught it at the end of the March in 2020. Yeah. And the first 6 months I didn't think I would ever ride a bike again.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I was struggling to even literally just do a supermarket delivery on online and then have it collect, delivered and stuff. That would wipe me out for a day, So I'd gone.
So hard for someone who hasn't had COVID that badly. I had pretty mild COVID. It's so hard to comprehend how debilitating it's been for people.
And the COVID itself wasn't too bad. It was a week of feeling a bit rough. It was no worse than any other sort of flu type thing. It was just the fact that I just didn't get better and I got worse instead. And at the time we didn't know what was going on with it, and anybody who had it was just too ill to talk about it. So I'd gone from working as a project manager, I was running like a big Brexit related program. I was a busy mum of 2 kids. I was out cycling. I'd just done a really big cycle trip and I was really fit. And I was running Cycle Sprog. I was running the local cycling club's kids section. I was just absolutely at maximum, And then suddenly it's like, I can't even do an online supermarket delivery without it wiping me out. It was, and it gave me a whole new perspective on, how people with chronic illnesses have to live. So for that sort of first 6 months, I was like, well, I can never do Cycle Sprog again because I'm a fraud. I'm never going to ride a bike again. I can't run a business where I'm talking to people about cycling. And that was the closest I probably came to doing it. And then actually it was like, well, if I had only partly recovered, it's still valid. I could have still done it. That's just a mental attitude, isn't it? Of I can't.
It is, And I was going to say,
I still would have been.
But I think it also speaks to how important integrity and authenticity is to your core values.
Yes, I guess so. Yeah, I felt like a fraud. I was like, I can't do this. But thankfully, it took about 2.5 years until I was fully better. But it was a slow journey back. But thankfully, I got back to the point where I could do it. Do what I want to do, and the fact that we're doing this big walk today, shows. I'm probably fitter than I was before I had COVID. But yes, so it was a that I think the rest of the time like I said before, I put it on hold. Because I've been like, right, that's not the right time to do anything sort of proactive with it. But I think, you can never say never because you just don't know what the business climate is going to be like. You don't know what's going to happen with AI. You don't know,
exactly.
Do people still going to ride bikes with their kids? You just don't know. But what I'm trying to do is future-proof it. So that it has got a sustainable future. And
I think it's one of these things, to my mind, that as much as AI could dominate a lot of things, you can't take away from the benefits of the benefits of being outside, exercising, and all those good things. And there's only so far you can go without engaging with that side of yourself.
Absolutely, I mean, until AI can take the kids out for a bike ride and review a bike for me, then there's always going to need some sort of human intervention. And I'll probably be long gone before. I hope I'm long gone before we get to that point.
That would be a really sad day. But I think we are getting to this point where people's relationships with AI is growing. And their conversations with AI is growing to the point that they have AI friends, don't they?
Yes.
And I find that pretty scary. As someone who's an early adopter of most things, and I do use AI, I just find you can't lose touch of reality, and you can't lose confidence in your own ability. Like, you don't have to ask AI everything because you actually know it. You're just assuming
you're using it as a crutch, really, aren't you? I think.
Exactly. Yes, that's a good way to put it. And you have to. It's like GPS. Like when SatNav came out, we stopped looking at the signs.
Yes.
We were looking at the screen, and then
the screen takes you somewhere stupid. And you're not. If you'd looked at the sign, you'd know that was the wrong way.
And I've been guilty of that. I've ended up in a car park. I wasn't meant to be. Some
people drive off cliffs and things, don't they? I mean, sometimes it is actually not funny. Sometimes,
I mean, that isn't an extreme level of not looking up. Like the
scooter says, whatever.
So I'm going to follow it. So we touched on earlier about mentorships. How important has that been to developing your Cycle Sprog?
Oh, absolutely critical, I think. Yeah.
So is there a distinction? Are we distinguishing between mentors and coaches here? Because coaching is quite. I think in the last 5 years has really blown up.
Yeah. Well, for me, a mentor is someone who has known my business and helped me through a phase of it.
Okay.
But has made me think and come up with the answers myself almost.
Okay.
So
and are they
very
an expert
reflective.
in something?
Some of them, well, not necessarily something. They're more like they've got a lot of experience and they're very good at making me realise where I need to go and pointing me in the direction and guiding me through it. So I've got somebody at the moment who I'm working with, who's excellent, who I got some funding for through the Business Growth Hub, Cumbria Growth Hub. And he's really, made me reassess what the sustainability of my business looks like and what my leadership skills like. And we speak once a month, and he kind of says, right, okay, what are you going to focus on this month? And I go away. But I don't know whether that's coaching or I think it's mentoring. Yeah. Whereas there's other times where it's like, right, I need to learn this skill. I need to know how to do this one thing. And then I'll bring in an expert who will help me. Yeah. But they'll just help me in that one thing. Yeah. And sometimes it'll end up in a lasting relationship, or sometimes it's like, I just need your knowledge. Yeah. For that bit. And then I've got that, and then I can take it forward, and I might need to, so I don't know. Does that make sense?
It does make sense, because and it's the perfect answer, really, because what we're saying is one size doesn't fit all. No. And there are different options for what you need for that point in time. Yes, and at different, very much different stages of the business. Yeah. So when I started Cycle Sprog, I was in I was living in Chester, and I was in a group, and it was, I can't remember what it was, an accelerator. That was it, a business accelerator. And we were all there. We'd all had a good business idea. Yeah. And we either had no business, but we wanted to start one, or we just started our businesses, and we were kind of like, 6 months in, and we were going, what do we do? Yeah. And we used to meet every week for quite a long time. Yeah. And that was really good. And we spoke, we'd all come with a problem. Yeah. And then everybody would kind of say, well, have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? And the group often comes up, somebody who's got no experience in what it is you're doing can have had lived experience, or, just a different viewpoint on something. Yeah. And that was really helpful for me. Yeah. Yeah, so there's something to be said about joining networks and finding the right network for you. Yeah. Because not all of them will work for you. No, and it's finding the people. Yeah. And there was one guy on that, and our businesses were totally different. Yeah. But we still every so often see each other on LinkedIn, and I see he's done something amazing with his internet business. Oh, cool. And I'll be like, oh, fabulous. And I always have this little sense of pride, because it's like, I was helping you when you were just trying to work out what the hell you were doing, Yeah, it's amazing to and see it's the like growth, isn't it? Yeah. And I did another one through COVID. Yeah. Which was an online accelerator with NatWest. Yeah. And I got put in a group, and there was this Welsh sheep hill farmer. Yeah. Who was running a business in Wales, and I'm a vegetarian cyclist, and we had absolutely nothing in common. But every time I spoke to him, he came up with something really insightful about my business, great, or some kind of real motivational, sort of speech to tell me what and it's good to have that network. And then I've had other times, like at the moment, where it's one-on-one with a professional, as it were, who does it. And then I've got a really good friend, actually my friend who introduced me to the bike seat. She's called Catherine. What's the bike seat? The bike, when my kid, the bike seat. When she turned up with her daughter on a bike seat. Yes. Our kids are exactly the same age. Yeah. I thought it was a networking group. She's a business coach. Oh, okay. So over the years, we've kind of been each other's mentor, as it were. Yeah. I like what you said about, the importance of connecting with different types of business, because I think there's such a temptation to try and stick to your niche. Yes. But you're not learning anything new then. No. Yeah. You're learning good stuff, of course, but it's always good to get a fresh perspective. It's that outstanding, external perspective, and someone will go, well, why don't you do that? And you're like, oh,
Why didn't I do that? You know,
exactly,
because I just didn't think about it.
Yeah, no, it's such a good idea.
It was a real sort of gems that people come up with.
Yeah, and equally, you could contribute towards their business, like you said.
Yes, yeah. And that makes you feel really good as well when you. And sometimes it's really funny because you're signing going. They're telling you what the problem is, and you're screing inside, going, "It's so bloody obvious, isn't it? You need to do this." And then they stop, and everybody just looks at you and goes, "Should we tell them?" But you can't see. Sometimes you can't see the wood for the trees, can you? You get so caught up in something.
You're so deep
into the weeds of it, and you just need to have somebody else come in and point out the obvious. Or sometimes you need somebody to just go, do you know what, there is no right or wrong to this. You just need to make a decision and go with it, because you're paralyzed from not making a decision. And they're both either going to be equally good or they're both going to be equally bad, and you just have to pick one and go with it. And look back, no regrets, just.
And that's another really good point, that decision-making paralysis, and getting into the habit of being accountable for that decision, and you can't delegate it, and the buck stops with you. I think that's psychologically, it's a big thing to reconcile when you get into this sort of entrepreneurial space, that actually, I can't blame my boss. I can't blame my boss, and I can't phone the IT help desk. Those are the two. The two big things. It's like, definitely.
I have to fix these things myself.
Absolutely. So do you see that there'll be a day that comes where the project management stops and Cycle Sprog takes over?
Well, I do that on a rotating basis. And I don't know, because it depends. If Cycle Sprog becomes absolutely self-sustaining and self-sufficient and can support my team and me and my family and everything else, I could step back. Do
you feel?
But I quite enjoy it. I know it sounds a bit weird, but just that is, the cycling industry is really great, and running my own business is really great. But it's a very different experience to being in the cut and thrust of a project, and so I don't know.
It's an adrenaline rush, isn't it?
So I don't know. I mean, I guess what I'm looking forward to is, as my kids leave home and I get a bit older, not having to do it as often, maybe. Or I've always picked and chosen as well. I'm quite selective.
That's a nice position to be in as well. If someone asks me to do a project that I know is just going to be a nightmare, I'll go, no, thank you. But then beggars can't always be choosers, can they? No.
Sometimes it's like, right, I just need to take whatever because I need to pay the mortgage. But so I don't know. Maybe we should do this again in 10, 15 years, and then we can go, what did you do?
Season 45.
Yes. What happened to Karen? And did she give up project management? Or what happened to Cycle Sprog? That's a good question, that. Well, who knows?
Who knows? Well, that's the thing. We don't need to have all the answers.
No.
I think sometimes when you over roadmap, and you're too prescribed in what you think you need to do, you miss out on things. And I definitely don't want to be. Oh well, I don't know. I definitely want to slow down a bit. And as I get a bit older, I think, you don't know how long you've got, so I want to be able to go and maybe do a bit of travelling and all that sort of stuff. But I don't want to go, I want to retire and never do anything. I think, I'm not sure I'd be good at that. No, you don't come across as someone who can just stay still for too long. Certainly not for too long. So in terms of holidays then, holidays and cycles and kids, what are the sort of things you recommend? And are they holidays in this country or abroad?
I've done both.
Okay.
So I think it's working out, what do you enjoy? And then, so for us, we enjoyed cycling. So we built our holidays around cycling. And it was really good because it gave us a common focus. And I've got two boys, so sometimes it's hard as a mum. You kind of, I wanted to stay engaged and doing stuff with them. So we would go and find a campsite, next to a trail centre.
Yeah.
And then we would camp up, and then we would go and ride our bikes on the various trails.
Yeah.
And then go back,
Mm-hmm.
and sleep and stuff. And that was kind of our model of a holiday.
Mm-hmm.
I never wanted to do point-to-point holidays. Some people pack up their bikes with all these bags and go off. I'm like,
that's a lot, isn't it?
don't want to do that.
You're
At
just
some
gonna
point, I think we
spend
might
your
need to go along here because we want to get over the wall in a minute.
Yeah, you'll spend your whole holiday just packing and organising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
But then for other people, it might be, you just going and doing something completely different on your holiday, but then you go somewhere and you hire bikes for the day.
Yeah.
And you do that. So it's working out what works for you.
Yeah.
And I would also say never compare yourself to the people on Instagram who are doing these amazing things for their kids, because you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
You have to work out what works for you.
Yeah. Strong point.
Yeah.
Because it's quite toxic, actually. It's toxic positivity and toxic happiness.
Yes. And your
joy.
Yes. And I'm doing this and why aren't you? And it can get really, really, what's the word?
Demoralising.
Yeah, and you sort of feel as though you're not good enough.
Yeah.
And and I always had a thing where I can't talk about cycling holidays with kids because I never did like proper bike packing.
Yeah.
But it's like I used to go places and we used to, we did hundreds of, not hundreds, but loads and loads of holidays.
Yeah.
That involved riding our bikes.
Yeah.
But I'd say that's what cycling's given us. It's given us that common bond that we could then base our holiday around.
Yeah.
So I think that's the really important thing. For me, it was cycling, but it could have easily been something else.
Yeah. Like walking.
Or you could be massively into art galleries, or you could be massively into swimming, or whatever it is. Have that thing that you all get passionate about.
Yeah.
And then you can build your holidays, your weekends, your evenings, anything around it.
Yeah.
And then you kind of hope that then the kids come, take that through their life with them.
Yeah.
And you've got that common bond. It doesn't always work. Doesn't always work.
And you're building core memories, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
that's
important.
The key thing.
Yeah, it's lovely. We were going to talk about, or I wanted to talk to you about, tips for Christmas presents.
Oh, right.
So I'm bumping you up the list now.
Oh, okay, so I'm going to move you to 2028.
Yeah. So if people are looking for Christmas presents, cycling related for kids, I'm just looking for the wall. Oh, where we need to get out.
I don't think we've come to it yet.
Okay.
Where is it? Oh no, it's okay. We're going down to those buildings, so it's a little bit further. I didn't want to be talking so much and then miss the style.
This is quite common. This is why I get taken on the walk, because I'm so distracted with the conversation. It's very self-serving. Yeah. So Christmas presents. Oh, let me do my lead in again then.
Yes.
I'm kidding. So what would you recommend for people looking for cycling related Christmas presents?
Well, I mean, I'm obviously biased, but I do think a bike is like the best Christmas present you can buy a kid. It's timeless. You have all these every year, what's the fad present, but actually if you give a kid a bike, their eyes just light up. It's just amazing. And what you're giving them is you're giving them a way to get off screens, a way to get fit and exercise, get healthy, get outside, have some fresh air. Yeah. So it's a gift. It's not just going to last, a few days after Christmas. Yeah. It's going to be a proper, year-round present if you choose correctly. So, so my advice is to buy a bike that is built as a bike by a reputable bike manufacturer, not something that looks like a toy. So what lots of parents and grandparents do is they go to a shop or a catalogue and they go, my granddaughter loves Frozen, I'll buy a Frozen bike. Or, they love Spider-Man, I'll buy a Spider-Man bike. And these bikes are just built as toys, and they have different standards that they meet or don't meet. Yeah, they'll have plasticky brakes that won't stop the bike. They'll be ridiculously heavy. They'll have like streamers and baskets and all these silly things on that they don't need. Right. How do we get over here? I don't usually come this way. I usually go round, but it's steeper. So I thought with the heat and the my burning legs. I'm just thinking though, no, we want to be on that side of the wall. So we've not got to it yet. Oh, okay. It's okay, because this is nice and flat, you see. Yeah. So,
that's so thoughtful of you. I I think it's more you cannot bear the moaning anymore. Let's not give her an excuse.
So I'm just looking. We come down, and I think we go over. Yeah, we're popping out just onto the right-hand side of those buildings. So
Okay.
we need to be on the other side of the wall. So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're okay. I've lost all bearings because I'm not concentrating on where we're going. I'm so enjoying our chat. So back to Christmas.
Don't fall into the fads and
don't fall into the sort of
stuff.
the toy bikes.
Yeah.
Don't buy a bike for your child to grow into. So a lot of people do this. They go, "Oh, I'm not buying one. Not paying that. It's expensive. So I'll buy one that's 2 sizes too big, and then they'll grow into it."
Oh god!
And trying to ride
a school uniform.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't buy a child a pair of shoes that's 2 sizes too big, and there'd be time to go for running around in it.
Flippers.
Yeah. So it's really scary if you end up. Here we go. Here's the steps.
Here's the steps.
So buy one that fits them, and they can ride. Because if you put a child on a bike that's too big, and then they ride it and they can't stop and they can't get their feet down, they're going to be really scared.
Yeah.
And then they'll associate that feeling with the bike.
They put them off.
And then even when they fit the bike, they're not going to want to ride it because they'll be like, "Oh no, that's a scary thing."
Yeah.
So I'm just climbing the wall.
Yeah, and actually could prevent them from doing it.
Yes.
And what a travesty that would
be. And then you've spent the money on a bike.
Yeah.
And trying to save money. Yeah. And then you're not actually getting value for money because it's never used.
Yeah.
And I'd also say, if you can't afford a new bike, then there's loads of second-hand ones.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because kids obviously grows really quickly. Yeah, they don't know. And
they don't care.
They don't care.
Yeah.
And you pick a really good brand.
Yeah.
And then you can usually get a second-hand model that's, as long as it's been looked after.
Yeah.
For a fraction of the cost. And then, if you look after it, you can sell it back on again at the end. These bikes are built to last.
Yeah.
So those are my main top tips. And don't anything that's too complicated. So, like hundreds of gears and loads of suspension and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Look to see, is it really good quality and does your child need it?
Yeah.
Because it's just complexity that adds weight, it adds the chance it goes wrong.
Yeah.
It adds, makes it more difficult for them to ride.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and it's another thing that might put them off.
Yes. Yeah. And then if you want to encourage them to ride, then little accessories are good. So you could get them a pair of cycling gloves, a pair of cycling, shorts or a top or something to make them feel cool.
Oh, yeah.
And then things like helmets and lights and bells and baskets and all that sort of stuff.
So you can add the embellishments, don't buy it with the embellishments.
Yes, and we always say that, if you want tassels, buy a decent bike and put tassels on it. Don't buy a bad bike just because it's got tassels.
Yeah, that's great advice.
And then the sort of the practicality as well, just have a think if you're buying a bike.
Yeah.
And the other thing is stabilise. If your child can't ride a bike and they've never... They're little and it's going to be their first bike, think about getting them a balance bike first.
Oh, before stabilisers?
Or don't use stabilisers because stabilisers turn a bike into a trike.
Right.
Because you're putting 2 wheels at the back.
Yeah.
So it turns it into like a completely different experience.
Yeah.
And it removes any need to balance because stabilisers are taking the wobble out.
So you're not learning.
So you're not learning.
Yeah.
And what you're actually doing is you actually have to steer in the completely opposite way with a trike.
Right.
So as you're going around you can't go around corners very fast with stabilisers anyway.
Yeah.
So a balance bike is a bike with no pedals.
Yeah.
And the kids can just scoot along on it and they learn to steer, they learn to stop.
Yeah.
They learn to go a bit faster, they learn to get on and off it.
Yeah.
Ooh. We've got a bit of mud here.
Yeah. It looks pretty solid.
Solid, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then...
because it's been so hot, Karen.
Yeah. Just today. And then when they're ready to move on to pedals, they've got all the skills they need apart from the pedalling. So then all they have to do is worry about, how do I pedal this thing?
Yeah. That's a really good tip.
Yeah.
I think that tip's really important for adults as well.
Yes, and do you know what? You can get balance bikes up to about 20-inch wheels. So if your child's... Most balance bikes, the majority, if you go into a shop, will have 12-inch wheels.
Okay.
And they're aimed at about a 3-year-old. But if your child's a bit older and they haven't learnt, you can get balance bikes that keep going up the sizes. and we've got guides to those on the website.
Okay.
But you can, I think you can get, there's one brand, I'm not sure they're still doing it, who do adult balance bikes, but you could also get an adult bike and take the pedals off.
Right.
If you haven't learned,
okay.
if you haven't learned and you're an adult, then you're removing
that extra pressure.
Yeah, removing the pedals, you can learn and scoot around and do the same thing.
Oh, that's a great idea.
There's a few things you need to know. So we've got an article on our website as well about taking the pedals off and making sure you put them all back on the right way and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's worth just checking before you do it, because you don't want to ruin your bike.
Yeah.
But it's really good. And sometimes when the older you are, the more nervous sometimes you can be. If you're an adult and you haven't learned to ride, it's a bit like skiing or other things, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kids do it without fear. When you're older, you're going, oh.
Yeah, no, fearful of everything. I used to be fearful of walking, so just from moving from a city to walking in Affil is so different.
I love your story, because you most people come to the Lake District because they want to walk, but you came to the Lake District not liking walking, and now look at you.
I know, it's weird, isn't it?
They were brilliant.
Not even knowing. I mean, the walking thing, I think I always did in London. But walking in Affil is so different.
Yeah.
You have to actually raise your feet.
Yes.
Like, what? You can't wear heels.
Yeah. You have to just
actually walk
step over things
and think.
Constantly watch where you're going.
I think that's what I love so much about it, is it's so mindful.
Yes.
And then you start doing it by default.
Did you find walking in London was mindful, or did you?
Mindful in the sense that I was so determined not to get on a train.
Right,
and so I was motivated by that.
Yeah.
And in terms of dodging people, I guess.
Yeah.
Not so much in terms of, it was still busy. So I guess the biggest difference is when I'm walking in the fells, my nervous system is regulated. Over there, it wasn't to regulate my nervous system.
Right, yeah.
And it was being busy for busy's sake sometimes, and you're walking fast for the sake of being in a fast environment.
Yes, yeah.
And so I don't know how good that is for us, but I did notice when I moved to Kendal, the first 2 years, I put on loads of weight because I wasn't walking.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we worked out I didn't actually know how to walk.
Yes. Yeah. Because I used to live in London as well.
Yeah.
And I rode my bike in London.
Oh,
so it was a very
God,
different
was that
experience.
Scary?
Yes,
Yeah.
but it was a very, cycling in London is a totally different experience to cycling, around here.
Yeah.
So, it is. I certainly would not have called that mindful in the slightest.
No. I think also, like, even cycling here on the roads, I think is pretty scary looking.
Yeah.
Cycling on the roads here?
It can. Well, it depends where you go.
Quite fast.
Yeah. Well, we're just coming up to a road now.
Yeah. I mean, this is weirdly exciting because I've never walked across here before. They're so quick, aren't they?
It is a
After this one?
Yeah. There we go. And then we pop out at this little industrial estate. It's got lots of little businesses in, which is. It would be nice if they built a bridge, but they haven't done yet.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, if they had a footbridge, it'd be perfect.
Yeah.
So we were talking about adult.
Yes, and Christmas presents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask you about, what do you buy a child that already has a bike? So you said about the accessories.
Yeah, the accessories and things like that. Or there's a lot of books about cycling as well, and finding an age-specific book that features people who are cycling.
Yeah. And what about experiences?
Yeah, it's.
Or is there not much out there?
It depends if you want to spend money or not, because you could say, your present is to go to this trail centre and ride these trails.
Right. Okay.
There are some places called bike parks where, if your child is really good at mountain biking, where you have to pay to go.
Yeah.
So like we've been a couple of times to a place called Bike Park Wales, which is amazing, but that is an expensive day out, and you're paying because then they have an uplift service, so you ride downhill, and then they cart your bike uphill for you, so you're just doing the fun bit.
Yeah.
So there's things like that, or you could, I don't know if they're into cycle racing, you could go to the velodrome if there's anything. I don't know whether there's anything coming up for that sort of thing. But generally, cycling is a pretty free to access thing, you know. It's a bit like going on a walk, isn't it?
Yeah.
You
don't need to.
You don't need to pay necessarily to do it. But sometimes kids love time with you, so it depends on how materialistic they are. But saying, okay, we're going to go and do this thing together.
Yeah.
I think kids,
like a voucher.
value you spending time with them.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and then there's another age where they can't wait to get away from you. So that depends on how old your child is on that one, I have to say.
Yeah. I guess you could do like a voucher for time, or a cycle challenge together.
Yeah.
Like
you'd have to know your kid as to whether or not they'd. Yeah.
Obviously not
like that. Yeah. And then for older kids, things like tech. You know, you've just mentioned Garmin. You know, something like that measures what they're doing.
Yeah.
Or a heart rate monitor, or you know.
I mean, I always find it quite fun to see what my heart rate is. I'm still alive, Karen.
I'm kind of like, I can just feel that I'm out of breath.
I know.
It really depends, and you know, everybody knows their own child. I found as mine got older, they become much more specific in what they like. Rather than me just being able to choose.
Yeah, because they're developing in their own minds.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And,
cool.
And my youngest doesn't ride a bike very much at all anymore. You know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's going through. I'm hoping he'll come back to it at some point.
Yeah.
But he's been a much more team sport person.
Oh, okay.
Whereas my eldest absolutely loves cycling. So
yeah. Cool. Well, there's some really good ideas there.
Right then.
Well, thank you, Karen. That's been amazing. I really enjoyed that.
It's been brilliant.
We're both puffing now.
Yes.
We're going uphill. I really enjoyed that. And just so interesting to learn about your journey, because actually this isn't something that you grew up wanting to do. It's come completely left field out of life
it was accidental, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
And some of the best things happen that way.
I call myself an accidental whatever.
Whatever.
What am I?
Entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Till the next time in about 15 years.
You're going to hold me accountable, are you? You're going to come up.
Are you still doing the thing, Karen?
Yeah, what did you do? What happened? but that means you've got to keep doing the podcast for that length of time. Yes. So it holds us both accountable, doesn't it?
It does, yes. So. Okay, it's a deal. Thanks, mate.
Wonderful. Thank you.
A huge thanks to Karen G for joining me on that walk through Serpentine Wood and for sharing so candidly her inspiring story. If you want to learn more about family cycling, check out Cycle Sprog online. It's an absolute treasure trove of practical advice, reviews and inspiration. For this season, I have partnered with a local band called Persimmon. They are inspired by the current UK jazz scene and love making music that's fresh, vibrant and accessible while speaking directly to audiences. They've put their own spin on well-loved jazz and neo-soul classics, and their next era sees them shifting their focus to produce more original music and discovering their unique sound. Let's show them some love by following them on Instagram or YouTube using the handle @bandcalledpersimmon. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't keep it to yourself. Leave me a review. It takes just a minute and honestly makes such a difference in helping others find the podcast. And share this episode with someone who needs to hear Karen's story. Maybe that's a friend thinking about starting their own business, a parent wanting to get their kids on a bike or looking for a good present, or someone who just needs a reminder that it's okay to not have everything figured out. Keep up to date by following us on socials. Links are in the show notes. Until next time, keep walking, keep talking, and remember, some of the best things in life happen completely by accident.